everyone, Twinkly here, and this is the V2 release video of Ametrine Impulse, a prison that was originally made by Mambo Redstone, me, and the exterior was made by Mambo and a dancing lamp. So, yeah, but V2 was only worked on by me, so, yeah. I made this neat text, I guess, that's a revamp. So I kind of worked on the exterior, you know. But yeah, the prison looks a whole lot different than than what it used to look like. So because the ban layout was completely fucked, I had to just get rid of the wither defense and yeah, just basically cope because I had to just ignore withers. The prison is made of 5 cylinders. Each of them is protecting one entity because, you know, but it's technically 6 cylinders, but it's more like 5. Each of them is protecting one entity. This cylinder here is protecting this and this. That's why I said it's technically 6 because this is 2 cylinders. They're just kind of fused together. So these two. This cylinder is protecting the prisoner's place. This one right here is protecting the auto panic cat, which isn't there for some reason. That's really weird. And these 2 cylinders, this one here and this one here, protect the ban foxes. One of them is here and one of them is here, and the other one is protecting the bottom ban fox's activated position, which would be here. Okay, so if you don't know the premise of the prison, I will start with that first. So basically, there's this whole part is the auto panic, and that is because the guard is supposed to be outside the prison and they are controlling the entire thing from the outside. So yeah, that's why it's like that. The way I made it is that the guard disconnects, and based on how much they wait before reconnecting, it triggers different things. And yeah, for the visiting process, so that end exploit is prevented, obviously there needs to be another guard that's respawning the Ender Dragon. Okay, so that's about it for the visiting imprisonment process. For the visiting process, you also need to dispense 1 glowstone in this respawn anchor. It can only have 1 glowstone, or else the suicide triggers. Okay, let's talk about the suicide, because it got criticized in the first version, but that was only because people misunderstood it. So they said that we have a tile-tick delay detector, and this is an improved tile-tick delay detector by Atom, by the way. I revamped that too. So they said that we have a tile-tick delay detector, but the suicide is just all observers, so it's not really gonna do much. But and this was the same in the original version as well. There's this line right here that leads to this temporary ban, and this temporary ban, it's all bodied rails, bodied pistons, so it uses 0 tile ticks in total. And so this isn't affected by tile tick delay, and since this triggers, it gives 5 minutes for the tile tick delayed suicide to activate as well. And 5 minutes is a whole lot of time for just a couple of observers. So this will definitely have time enough to activate, I hope. Yeah, so the other interesting thing I did is the floor detector and roof detector were remade. The roof detector is now this much smaller and much lazier skulk sensor design with these bodied pistons. The smart bands also go here, and this just triggers all of these as well. and the floor detector is just this with one calibrated skulk sensor. It's this small. No, it's made of glass because I thought it would be funny and I could get away with it. So I decided to make it out of glass, and I still think it's funny. Okay, another thing I forgot to talk about is that these two cylinders and this auto panic area, but it's here because I couldn't like slice the redstone in half. So these two cylinders are completely secluded from every other part of the prison. Like there are no redstone lines running through them. All of it is just 2 block thick crying obsidian. And yeah, you can see how this is bodied, by the way. It thinks it's powered on. So this is basically how signals travel through these walls, just skulk sensors right here as well. And yeah, that's because even if you trigger suicide and destroy every single block you can, then the prisoner will be just suspended midair, and you can destroy the suicide without withers, obviously. I hope again. So I don't think you can destroy the suicide without withers. So that's why the prisoner will be just suspended midair while being banned, because you can't use banned inputs. You can't walk using banned inputs when in a mob ban, which this is a mob ban. Yeah, so I think that that's about it for the new version of Ametrine Impulse. If you want to try to escape it, then I guess have fun. Feel free to try, obviously. It's I'm like quite proud of it, but I'm not really a prison builder, to say the least. I'm an escapist, so don't expect much from me, I guess. Yeah, so if you want to try to escape it, feel free to do so. And yeah, if I forgot to bud or unbud something and you abuse that, then that's obviously a world download escape. But I think that's gonna be all for V2 of Ametrine Impulse, and thank you for watching.